You know, Dubai. That city everyone talks about, synonymous with luxury, ambition, and architectural marvels. Well, I'm Sarah, a travel blogger always chasing the extraordinary, and I had just received the invitation of a lifetime, a complimentary week-long stay at the legendary Burj Al Arab Jumeirah. 7 stars, they called it. A palace in the sky, a testament to human extravagance. Little did I know, my dream getaway was about to descend into a terrifying nightmare. My initial reaction? Pure elation. This was the pinnacle of travel blogging. Imagine the content, the views, the service, the sheer opulence. I meticulously packed, my mind already buzzing with ideas for videos and articles. But as the departure date drew closer, a subtle unease began to creep in. I'd seen whispers online, buried deep in forums, speaking of strange occurrences within the hotel walls. I dismissed them as mere rumors, but they would soon become my horrifying reality. The moment I stepped into that hotel, I was enveloped in an almost suffocating sense of luxury. Everything gleamed, every surface whispered of unimaginable wealth. My suite was the size of a small apartment, with panoramic views that stretched endlessly across the Arabian Gulf. Yet, despite the breathtaking beauty, a subtle dissonance lingered in the air. That first night, it was small things. A fleeting shadow in the corner of my eye, the faint scent of something metallic when no metal was present, a whisper of sound just beyond the threshold of hearing. I chalked it up to jet lag, to the unfamiliar environment playing tricks on my mind. But then, the incidents began to escalate. The next day, while filming a walkthrough of my suite for my blog, the camera inexplicably glitched. When I reviewed the footage, it showed distorted images, fleeting glimpses of something unnatural in the background, just behind me. I reviewed it multiple times, convinced it was a technical error. But the feeling of being watched intensified. One afternoon, I decided to explore the hotel's less frequented areas. I found myself in a dimly lit corridor near what seemed like service rooms. I heard a faint, rhythmic dripping sound. Following it, I found a closed door with no sign, no marking. The dripping was clearly coming from behind it. I tried the handle, it was locked. A cold dread washed over me. I knew, somehow, it wasn't water. Sleep became a luxury I could no longer afford. The whispers intensified, morphing into guttural moans that seemed to emanate from the very walls around me. The shadows danced and writhed, no longer fleeting but distinct, almost human in form. I started recording everything, desperate for proof that I wasn't losing my mind. One night, I woke up to find intricate, disturbing symbols etched into the fogged-up bathroom mirror. Symbols I didn't recognize, yet they filled me with a primal, ancient fear. I frantically wiped them away, but the feeling of violation lingered, as if something had invaded my most personal space. My attempts to inquire with the hotel staff were met with polite but utterly dismissive smiles. They assured me everything was perfectly normal, that perhaps I was simply overwhelmed by the new environment. Their placid reassurances only fueled my growing paranoia. They knew something. They had to. Driven by a desperate need for answers, I researched the hotel's history online. Built on reclaimed land, stories circulated about ancient burial grounds disturbed during construction. Whispers of a restless entity, a spirit of immense power tied to the land, angered by the intrusion of such extravagant wealth. It made terrifying sense. The sounds became more aggressive. Loud, rhythmic banging from the adjacent, supposedly unoccupied suite. Heavy furniture scraping across the floor above me, and the whispers, they started to form words. Words in a language I didn't understand, yet their intent was chillingly clear: get out. Ignoring the increasingly violent disturbances, a desperate need for answers pushed me. I decided to confront whatever was behind that unmarked door in the deserted corridor. Armed with my phone, still recording, I made my way back. The dripping sound was louder now, accompanied by a low, guttural chanting that seemed to vibrate through my bones. This time, the door was slightly ajar. A sliver of impenetrable darkness beckoned. Hesitantly, my hand shaking, I pushed it open. The air inside was thick with a cloying, metallic scent, unmistakably blood. And an unnatural, bone-chilling cold. The dripping wasn't just blood, it was seeping from the walls, from the floor, converging in a dark, viscous pool in the center of the room. And then I saw it. a distorted, almost ethereal figure coalescing in the deepest darkness of the room. Its form was vaguely human, but twisted, elongated, with eyes that glowed with pure, malevolent intent. The chanting intensified, a chorus of horrifying voices that seemed to claw at my sanity, trying to drag me into the abyss. Fear gave way to a primal instinct, survival. I stumbled back, slamming the door shut with all my might, and bolted down the corridor. The sounds pursued me, the chanting, the scraping, the horrifying whispers right behind my ear, urging me to stay, to join it. I didn't stop running until I burst out of the hotel and into the relative safety of the Dubai night. I looked back. The opulent facade of the Burj Al Arab seemed to mock my terror, its glittering lights now appearing sinister, like the countless eyes of some colossal, predatory beast watching me. I had escaped, but I wasn't truly free. I never stayed another night in that gilded cage. I left Dubai the very next morning, the memory of what I experienced seared into my mind. Many dismissed my story as an overactive imagination, the stress of travel. But I know what I saw. I felt it. And it felt me. Dubai remains a city of dreams for many. But behind the shimmering facade of unimaginable wealth and luxury, there might be secrets best left undisturbed. Some places hold on to their past, and some spirits resist being paved over by progress. Be warned. The pursuit of ultimate luxury might just come at a terrifying, unimaginable price.